Hello, everyone who has joined, and thank you for joining our webinar on how to make every trade promotion efficient in the era of AI. I will begin with a brief introduction of the host and the company. My name is Vlad Lahoda. I'm the head of international growth at Leafio, and I'm co-hosting this webinar with my colleague, Helen Schepanik, who is a product director of inventory optimization. Hello, Helen.
Hi. Thank you very much for having me.
Pleasure to always have you on the events. So we are continuing, and it's important to say that this webinar is brought by Leafio, and Leafio is a global vendor of cloud-native retail supply chain automation and optimization solutions. And everything that you'll hear today comes from the background of more than 10 years in the supply chain automation and optimization in various types of retail, grocery, supermarket, specialty. And during this period, we've delivered over 160 projects in over 15 countries with a team of 200 people. So we were able to learn the key principles that are pushing retail companies to optimize. And the majority of these optimization initiatives that we see, they have similar patterns and fall into one of the three buckets. Either it's the need to improve operational efficiency, it is the need to support the company's expansion when the number of locations is growing, or the need to meet the sales and revenue goals that are set by the board. So for these reasons, companies are adopting automation tools that will help them handle the task. So Leafio provides these solutions, and as a company, we strive to bring innovations closer to our customers by applying the latest knowledge and research in combination with the cutting-edge technologies. And of course, all of this is driven by high passion of our team for our customers' success. So the retail companies can meet their sales and margin goals. They can manage growth with confidence and operate at a dramatic efficiency. So this becomes available with Leafio AI platform that features inventory optimization, store and shelf space optimization, and promotion forecasting. Now we're moving on to the topic of today's event. And we actually have dedicated events for each and every side of the supply chain operations, either inventories or the store floor and shelves, or it's trade promotions as we have today. And why this problem, or why we're talking today about the trade promotions? There is a number of reasons. First of all, the market is demanding a good solution for managing trade promotions. And we've been getting signals from a variety of companies, including our customers and other retail companies present in the market, that this is something that needs improvement. So when our team started looking closer at this problem, we've realized that their initial request that that companies approach us with, which is trade promotion forecasting, is just the tip of the iceberg. And we noticed that for the majority of businesses, trade promotions are a very significant portion of their operational load, for a very simple reason. There's been an emerging trend of increasing or of the growth of trade promotions in the overall revenue of retail companies. Depending on the vertical, it varies between 20 to 70%, but it continues to grow every year. And the process of trade promotion management is a very complex and cross-functional and requires both internal and external coordination for it to happen. And I'd like to take a closer look at actually what the trade promotion process comprises of. When we compare the regular sales process that is typically on the annual cycle and comprises of the following stages. First, the assortment has to be selected. Then the negotiations with the suppliers have to take place. Then the merchandising commercial team has to prepare everything, prepare the shelf space, prepare the signs, the notices. The purchasing has to make sure that the volume is available for sale. And then the logistics has to deliver. Of course, there is financial infrastructure behind this and more. This means that the process is fairly complex. When we analyze the trade promotion processes, they look almost identical. So the assortment, selecting the right SKUs, which is in itself a very complex task to select which products need to go on the promotion. Of course, negotiations. If the trade promotion is not initiated by the supplier, then the merchandising, the purchasing, logistics, finance in the same manner. After comparing this, we of course see that they're pretty similar, but the difference is that they're drastically different in the frequency. So the first one is the annual, the second one is the weekly or bi-weekly. And this is at a comparable rate of 20 to 70%. Of course, the trade promotion is much more aggressive and creates a lot more stress for a retail organization. So the promotion strategy in itself is divided into more stages, which is the planning that takes place initially, then the preparation, basically everything that we've looked at the previous slide, the execution, and the exit, which includes the analysis of the efficiency. So every stage in itself is critical, because if one stage is not at the top of the performance, it means that entire cycle is in danger and maybe with very low efficiency. And very few retail companies have mastered this process in a very, very good way. In itself, every stage is further divided into particular steps, which is working with SKUs and the suppliers that include different departments internally, from planners, marketing, category managers, manufacturing, suppliers, to creating promo mechanics of the merchandising team, forecasting, which in itself asks the question of what SKUs need to go on the promo, and based on the volume of product in the overall assortment, this yields that there are thousands or tens of thousands products on promo simultaneously at different locations, and they may be different types of promo. So these promo, the types of promo may vary from the initiated, the weekly or monthly promo, the promo that is initiated by the supplier, or the promotion that is initiated to get rid from overstocks. So you now get the picture. Of course, you're facing with this on a daily basis, but I just wanted to bring to your attention how complex this process is. And there is no simple solution to making sure that this goes smoothly. At the core of the trade promotion is the forecast that defines the trajectory for the future success. If it's not accurate, the company may suffer. And if there are inaccuracy, it means that if the sales grow by 3 times or by 10 times, sometimes even 50 times, this puts a tremendous stress on the logistics, on the operations. And if there's not enough promo products in stock, the customers are not going to be happy, because they've been aware of it, right? out of stocks are completely disastrous. And the majority of trade promotions lead to overstock if they did not go into out of stock. So we've having explored this topic, we understand that there's a huge potential for improvement. The out of stocks cost a lot in losses because it includes the products that are need to take more space on the in the warehouse. They take up the space maybe in the store. Some products go to waste. So this becomes a very, very big dilemma. From one side, the companies are in a situation where when they are hooked on the promotion because their customers are already used to it, and it improves the traffic, it improves the volume of purchases. So it's on one side, it's a needed, it's inevitable evil. On the other side, it's a huge pain. And it consumes a just tremendous number of resources, and it's in sense it becomes an addiction. So I'll let my colleague Helen speak on how to actually solve this problem.
Yeah, thank you. So in order to achieve a higher level of the operational excellence in promo management, we offer you the following formula. To have the data that allows usage of advanced forecasting methods to increase their accuracy in order to earn more and make less mistakes using the AI in this process and the process management solution, it means the efficient promo. The minimum list of data for building the forecasting methods model in the AI is presented below. It is of course the promo types and promo mechanics, the duration of particular promo, SKUs that are taking part in the particular promo, the price during and before promo, the percentage of discount, concrete locations, and some additional layout if you do have this, the category hierarchy, and of course sales during the promo and before. You can download the data requirement sheet by quickly scanning this QR code. We usually approach the launch of promo projects as follows. If the customer do not have enough data for using advanced forecasting methods, we use the statistical methods, which are based on the history of past promo campaigns, and this history data is averaged. If the customer do have this complex data that is required on the previous slide, we can use more complex machine learning algorithms for forecasting. In this case of conditionally stable or well-solved goods with regular demand and rather deep history of similar promo campaigns, the statistical methods can also work well. But unfortunately, if we are talking about some new products or products that have never participated in promo before, or some rarely sold goods, the accuracy of statistical forecasting methods is significantly lower. It is important to have a clear and structured process. The next slide, please. Yeah, thank you. As Vladimir said, it is very important to have a clear and structured process with interaction of all departments that are involved in promo process, including the operationals, commercial department, logistics, marketing department. Often in projects, we are faced with the lack of tool for effective communication, in this internal communication, I mean, for managing promo campaigns. That may lead to a lot of miscommunication, and as a consequence, to a decrease of the effectiveness of the promo due to errors that may arise during the preparation of promo and the promo implementation, as we can say this. If we consider the promo process from the moment of its initiation to the moment of effectiveness evaluation, it can be simplified as follows. First of all, it is necessary to define the promo strategy for the company, and on basis of which a calendar of promo campaigns is created. Usually, such a calendar is created for a year without any specific details of specific SKUs that will take part in concrete promos. When the time of a particular promo comes, an operational process begins, and this operational process consists of 4 following phases. The first phase, it is the planning phase, when we need to create the promo assortment. We need to define the concrete mechanics and promo types for each promo, and the conditions must be agreed with the suppliers, and the very important things, the sales forecast of future promo must be defined. The next step is the preparational phase, where it is necessary to organize everything, the logistics, to provide the stores with the promo goods, to organize the storage of the increased quantity on the level of the distributional center in case the goods are being delivered through the DC, to provide the promo merchandising layout, to ensure promotional price tags one day before the promo campaigns should start. On the third stage of the process, it is the process of execution. It is necessary to flexibly take into account the current sales situation, and of course, they may really differ from the forecasts, from the planned things, and it is important to react really quickly to possible deviations from the plan. And as a result of the complexion of the promo, there are several important tasks to evaluate the achievement of the goal that was set before the particular promo start, to evaluate the performance indicators of promo, to calculate and make all the settlements with the suppliers, and of course make some decisions on what to do with possible overstocks after the promo. That's why we strictly recommend using professional tools to organize the promo management process, because it is really a complex thing, one of which you can see on the screen. On the slides, you can see the UI for Livio promo management solution, with the help of which retailers gain transparent promo process visible for all departments and better forecast accuracy for promo sales. It is a very good question how the retail companies can measure the promo management efficiency. Different retail companies that we face with use different metrics to evaluate the effectiveness of promo campaigns. Unfortunately, many companies still do not distinguish the promo sales and the regular sales and evaluate the effectiveness of promo based on some own criteria. Most often we receive a very good question from the retailers about the forecast accuracy that we can provide with the help of our solutions. in order to compare this accuracy with the current accuracy they do have. But it is not so easy to answer such a question without understanding what methodology is used for such calculations and what is the current accuracy level. To figure out we can how this accuracy can be calculated, on what levels it could be calculated, we are having this slide. So the accuracy can be calculated on the enterprise level, we mean the whole retail chain level, on the category level, on the SKU level, and the level of the SKU location, drilling down from the highest level to the lowest level. In our practice, we can calculate the accuracy on different levels, and it really depends on what goal we do have with our customer. For example, if accuracy is needed for evaluation, for example, of the effectiveness of replenishments to the distributional center, of course, in this case, we will use the level of the SKU. If the accuracy is needed to evaluate the replenishment of the store, we of course will use the SKU location level. In some cases, we need to control the indicator of the accuracy, and it is requested by the company's management. And but in this case, it is really important to understand at what level it is really required. The accuracy can be also calculated with the using of 4 different indicators. Mean absolute error, it is the most simple indicator, and it is just a simple difference between the fact and the plan. Mean absolute percentage error, it means it measures the percentage error from the forecast in relation to the actual values. You know, this assumes no preference between what day or what product was predicted better. It is commonly used to measure forecast errors, but it can be deceiving when sales are very low and reach numbers close to 0. So rarely it is really used, but in not all cases. Weighted average percentage error, it weights the error by adding the total sales here, and the metrics we love more, it is the weighted mean absolute percentage error, is used when the use case requires to priority in certain sales. It gives weight to the prioritized item that bases the prediction errors towards it. To evaluate the accuracy, we use the last indicator. It is the weighted mean absolute percentage error, which we balance on the purchase price of each product, since an error of calculation for the expensive goods costs the company much more than an error for the good with lower purchase price. But the accuracy indicator will not give you the very good understanding on whether you have achieved the business goals that were set for the promo or not, as well as what consequences you have in terms of the inventory level. That's why we recommend evaluating the final financial result with the help of the following indicators. If the purpose of the promo is to increase the store traffic and as a result sales, it is necessary to evaluate the sales plan with effect. If there are differences and the planned sales are higher, first of all, you need to pay attention on the product service level during the promo. And if it wasn't lower than 99%, we should use one of the methods of forecast error calculations that I have mentioned before. If the planned sales were lower, We also recommend evaluating the error and immediately analyze the overstocks and make some decisions about the overstocks. If the purpose of promo campaign is to increase the margin, we should evaluate sales, but also the margin plan with effect in terms of the purchase price and the supplier rebates. If the result of promo sales doesn't meet business goals, we should pay attention and deeply analyze goods availability for the first day of promo, at the very beginning of promo, and during all promo period. The post-promo overstocks, of course, we should calculate what percentage of the purchased goods remains and make decisions whether to keep it and maybe some prolongation of promo campaign or something like that, or make decision on returning those goods to the suppliers. And the last thing, it is a post-promo turnover. We should determine how many days of sales we have the current stock balance. Making a long story short, here we have an example of how company can improve the results of promotional activities. There are a result of our customer, a grocery retail chain that consists of 90 locations and operating 20,000 SKUs in average. The percentage of revenue that is being done during the promo is very high. It's more than 40%. This company uses different promo types, different promo mechanics. And before the start of our project, managers were calculating the promo forecasts manually. At the first stage, we received the data, cleaned it, and built an AI model using different machine learning algorithms. After that, we have started the piloting project where we took just a couple of product categories and handled promo for this part of SKUs with the help of the AI forecasts, but in real life. As we got really good results, we proceeded with the rolling out to all promo activities of this retailer. As a result, we have the increasing of the product availability during the promo for 2%, and just now it is 99%. And the overstocks decreased by 2 times. I mean the after promo overstocks. It was a very good result for the company. And Vlad, what can you say about the overall business values that our customers could get after the implementation?
Yes, thank you, Helen. That was good. Thank you for a detailed overview on the measurements. This is very important. Something you can't measure, you cannot improve. And then the example, yes, the latest example that we've had with one of our customers. So that was just one episode. Overall, there is a potential for improvement that is even higher. So using the tools that leverage the power of machine learning can bring up to 20% improvement in availability during the promo and up to 50% less overstocks. So let me bring you back just to the problems that we were discussing at the beginning. The 2 challenges: if there are no products in stock, it's a huge disaster. If there are too much product after, it is also a disaster. So the AI helps to solve for that problem. Additionally, there's less time required during the planning stage and execution stage, just because the majority of the calculations are automated. The trade promotion history is centralized, and this is really very, very important point, because when the history lives in different places, when it resides in emails with the suppliers, internal chats, some ERP system, and it's not accumulated in a single place, it's very hard to analyze and find points for improvement. So centralizing all of the history is crucial. And then the advantage that is bringing the advantage that is brought by the machine learning is the continuous improvement. So the way the machine learning works is that it continues to look for patterns, for points to make the process more efficient with every new trade promotion. So there is always, when things are done differently, there's always a chance to get just a little bit better. And all of this is possible with the machine learning models.
I'm sorry for interrupting you. There is some question from Valdas. What do you call promo type and promo mechanics?
Okay, so the promo type, thank you for the question, Valdas. The promo type is the weekly promo or the monthly promo or the promo that was initiated by the manufacturer. Those are the different types of the seasonal promo. So the holiday season, that's the different types of promos that we distinguish. And then mechanics of the promo, this is also very important. The AI models, they identify these patterns, the combinations between types and mechanics. So the mechanics would be 2 + 1, buy one get one free, is that sort of thing. So there are different mechanics, and that's exactly how the system. There's much more, of course, but that's how system would be able to recognize them. Do we have? Okay, one more question. Your tool is able to forecast promo sales of SKU which never was in promo in the past. How? Thank you. Helen, can you help with this question?
Yes, we are able to forecast promo sales of new SKUs or SKUs which have never been in promo before. And it is the main difference between the statistical methods of forecasting and the machine learning approach. I'm not sure that I can answer such a question just now during the webinar, but yes, we do this, and the results are much better than with the using of the statistical methods. So in a couple of words, just simplifying everything, we take the level of the category for the particular SKU and use the promo sales of similar SKUs for forecasting this new item. But of course, not in all cases, and of course, it is my answer is very, very, very simplified.
Thank you. Thank you. We do have another question. How you identify similar manually or automatically?
We can use both of these approaches. In some cases, when we do have the information from, for instance, in the ERP system that some SKUs are similar to other SKUs, in this case, we can use the manual approach. But if we do not have such information, we can define the similar SKUs automatically.
Thank you. We have another question from Mohammed. Can we see the history of SKU performed?
Yes, of course, and it is a very important feature of of our tool. Because there are two reasons for this. The first reason, only when you can see the history and to understand the patterns of past promo, you can understand the promo efficiency and make some decisions of how not to do something that leads to some problems during promo or afterwards. It is the first thing. And the second one is that only on good, deep, rich promo history, you can base the machine learning model to give you really good result from the point of view of the forecasting accuracy.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Thank you for the answers.
And thank you for the questions, really good ones. Yeah,
yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Valdas. Thank you, Mohammed. Any additional questions?
There is one more, I think, in the chat. What history is expected and what is minimum?
We usually expect the history, let's say 2 or 2.5 years long. But in some cases, we can do the history of 1 year, especially after all the COVID things happened with us. Unfortunately, the sales patterns really changed, and the history more than 1.5 year could not be so relevant, unfortunately. But if the customer do have a deep history for promo sales, we take a deep history, and the minimum value is 1 year, as I have already said.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, if these are all of the questions, we can move on. Okay, one more. The tool is able to evaluate the effect of discount, advertising, merchandising. Can the tool evaluate the effect of discount, advertising, merchandising?
What do you mean by the evaluating the effects?
So I think
how these things are affecting the promo forecast?
Yes.
Yes, and as I have said in my presentation, we take into consideration the percentage of the discount, and it is the main feature because the model takes into consideration the before promo sales and before promo prices, and correlate it with the future promo price, and based on this we can get the right forecast. Of course, we are taking into the consideration the type of advertising, and take into consideration the merchandising layout, because it really affects the promo sales.
Okay. Very good, Valdas. Thank you for the questions. We have another one from Mohammed. What you encountered during the COVID with your existing customers, with your existing promo customers, promo lines? And I think that's the first question. The second one is how you're going to use promo focus next year with COVID buying. So I think the first question is about the history, what we've noticed during the COVID, and the second one is what's going to be in the future.
So I think that we faced at the very beginning of the COVID pandemic, we faced the decreasing of the percentage of promo sales because of some lockdown things that were happening in our customers' retail chains. Some of our customers could not work during the lockdown, And of course, we faced a lot of problems in business of our customers. But let's say in 2 or 3 months, everything went back. And now, of course, we face some differences if to compare with the situation that was before the COVID. But I think that it is now our new reality, and we need to adapt to this new reality. Nevertheless, we like it or not. And the next year, we are focusing on promo, of course, but also we face that different type of retail that do not use promo as the main focus in their business next year. So with these customers, we are working, let's say, with this not so stable, but more stable sales and increasing the forecast accuracy for non-promo sales. And with those customers who are increasing the percentage of promo, of course, we are working on the increasing of the forecast accuracy with different methods, with adding new features to the AI model, with adding new history and new types of promo in the AI model, and of course with some consultancy things. I mean, we are helping our customers with making the promo process more relevant to their business goals.
Okay, thank you. I think we have one more question, and then we'll be continuing after this. Is COVID sales data given the wrong forecast due to large sales during the COVID? So how do these spikes affect the actual forecast?
Nevertheless, these spikes were made by the COVID consequences, or some good promotional activities, or let's say some seasonal spikes, or anything else. The main thing is the right basis of sales. So it is the hardest thing for the model to understand the baseline sales. After all, we can take different factors into the consideration to make the better forecasts, but to have the quality in this baseline sales, we need to clean the data from such spikes. And if you had great sales during the COVID, so I think that now we are during COVID, and when it will end, only God knows it. So if you had great sales during, I don't know, some seasonal spikes or some good promo or some other activities, we need to clean the data to the baseline sales, first of all, and after all, to add some factors that are influencing which are influencing the next promos.
Thank you, Helen. Thank you. Actually, we're going to continue. Thank you for the questions. And if there are any remaining questions, we're always happy to talk. We're happy to give you the details. Feel free to reach out either via website or other contacts. We're happy to talk, because this is a very, very large topic, and it's very hard to share everything during the webinar, such short event. And we're moving forward. And we've stated there's going to be an exclusive offer for all of the participants of this webinar. So the offer is that the first 3 requests that we receive from retail companies that are looking to explore the potential of improving their trade promotion performance, we are offering a free simulation when we will take the sales data and we will run it through our AI model, and we will provide the reports on what is the potential of improving post-promo overstocks, of improving in-promo availability, on improving product turns and forecast accuracy. So what we will provide is a comparison of what you've had and what you could have had with use of AI tools. So once again, the first 3 requests are going to have this free simulation. So we're happy to share the outcomes of and advantages of such tools. This has been everything that we wanted to share, and to summarize is that the trade promotion is very, very significant part of the retail operations, and it has significant impact. A good way to go about the trade promotion is to actually fine-tune the regular sales process and then go to the next level with the trade promotion improvement. The problem of trade promotion efficiency is very complex. There's no single silver bullet. If you have a good forecast, you need to have a good coordination in order to execute well. And these are 3 separate processes. Data and AI, of course, can contribute to much better chance of success. What's really important is actually having the data ready. And what we've shared earlier, the list of basic data requirements, is what every retail company should prepare if the company is planning to use AI in the future. Without the data, AI is useless. And by using such tools, there's a chance for continuous improvement in trade promotion. So once again, trade promotion is just one part of the process that we help retail companies manage. And we're happy to share more details. Feel free to send us your requests, send us your questions, and we're always open to sharing the expertise and taking on the new challenge of new customers. This has been everything. Helen, thank you very much for sharing thank you for sharing the answers to the questions, and thank you for all participants for staying with us during this event.
Thank you, Vlad. It was a big pleasure for me.
All right. Wish everyone a good day and stay healthy.
Yeah.